we said to Papa, say, Papa, we can go with brother. He said yes. And when we go with the brother, we stand up and watch him in the dance with all two women, one up front, one up back. But nobody, they usually hold nobody together and dance. You just stand up and you dance. Make the little, call it green over the fire and hang up the tripe on it and everything and the heat, the melty and all those things. Sometimes we go in and we cut off a little piece and we put it in the fire and roast it. You will hear Papa, who they roast meat? Here, you know. Nobody not roasting. And sometimes we go in the pot and we take out one of the dumpling and we wrap up in the clothes in the burnable. We go a river far from water. And we wrap up the dumpling, the bun we go to the beer, the bun sometimes we go in the food.
Now in Germany, we celebrate or say that the gift exchanging or giving day is the 24th, but no Christmas tree until the 24th of December. So what my mom used to do is send out my grandmother and me, say go, you go out. Finally, the sign that the well, it was basically sitting there and waiting if the Christ child had come and left the gifts. So the sign that it had come would be that a little bell would ring. Ding, 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 ding.
So you had to perform before you could open the
Yes, definitely. I mean, that was a, hey, you better earn your gifts, you know, you can't just come in and open them.
Dreaming what just happened. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas.
Hey my lovelies, it's your girl Mel. Welcome back to my channel. We are here with mommy, so I already know say it's another story time with mommy. Story time with mommy. But we also have another special guest here, Miss Brenda, because mommy wants to talk about Christmas
today.
She wants to talk about Christmas, so I guess mommy is going to give you insight of how she normally, you know, celebrates Christmas, and then Brenda is going to also give us her Jamaican side, you know. So that is pretty much going to be the story time for today. So I'm just going to sit back and hear the two sides them and then I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so mommy, go ahead.
Yeah, let me start. So basically, as you all know, I am from Germany initially, and what happened in my childhood was basically, well, my father died when I was 1 year old, so there was only my mother and me. I didn't have any siblings. My mother didn't have any siblings neither, because her father died when she was 3 years old, and my grandmother never remarried or had any more children. So as it happened in my childhood, we had only the 3 women Christmas. My grandmother, my mother, and me. So it was very small, not any big family thing for us. But still we upheld some traditions, like for example, my mom would start to bake cookies about a week before Christmas with me together. which as a child I enjoyed tremendously. And then she would make this one Christmas cake which is different from the Jamaican cake, because ours was made with a yeast dough, whereas here it is not yeast. And then yeah, there were some raisins would go in, and maybe some not even dried fruit, mostly raisins, and then it was a really heavy duty cake. And my mother always dreaded to make that cake because she said, I'm not a yeast dough person, I cannot handle yeast. But it always worked out fine, so that was one of the traditions we had. Now in Germany, we celebrate, or say that the gift exchanging or giving day is the 24th of December, because in our tradition it is the night that Jesus was born. And actually it is not Santa Claus coming to bring any gift, it is the Christ child, das Christkind. Because basically it stands for Jesus, and the Christ child would come and bring all the gifts for all the children. Basically Santa Claus in Germany only came up later. We have a day called Nikolaustag, which is on the 6th of December, but it has really, it's another tradition we have over there, but the Christmas gifts were brought by the Christ child. And that would be on the evening of the 24th of December. Now, we never put up no Christmas decoration, no Christmas tree until the 24th. Before that, we would have this wreath round with 4 candles on it, because what we do in Germany as well, the 4 Sundays before Christmas Eve, we would start with lighting 1 candle, then 2 or 3, 4. It is called Advent. And my mother, my grandmother, and me would, every Advent, would sit around the table, light one of the candles, and then my mother would recite like a little Christmas story, or I had to sing a Christmas song. So that was like as a preparation towards Christmas. And that was our tradition. Well, this is a very German tradition. Up to this day, they have those wreaths standing on the tables and lighting the candles. So of course, after the 4th candle was lit, children especially would know, oh, Christmas soon come, Christmas soon come. So for us children, it was wonderful. But no Christmas tree until the 24th of December. So what my mom used to do is send out my grandmother and me, say, go, you go out. And we went to church, she and me, and there was the Christmas sermon, like always about like 4 o'clock in the afternoon it would start. By the time in Germany it gets dark very, very early in winter. It's pitch dark by 4:35 latest. So we would go to the church. My mother would stay home and had to basically accomplish the task of setting up the Christmas tree and putting down all the gifts, and which of course she wrapped before. But that was her task, which as a child, I didn't know. You know, as a small child, nobody would tell you that your mother is doing that. No, it was the Christ child coming, right? Or Christ child. So we went to church, and after the sermon was over, of course it was a little bit too early still, so my grandmother used to take me on a walk, and we used to walk through the town, and if we were lucky, on Christmas Eve it was even snowing, or we did have snow, so it would be a very a very Christmassy feeling, actually. To come from the church, you walk through the streets that are full of snow, or it might be snowing. And what my grandmother did then is she said, okay, come, let's look. Because we were living in the middle of the town, a lot of houses, and bigger houses as well, of course. And then let's look in the windows if we can find Christmas trees that are lit already. And of course, by that time of the afternoon, there would be quite a few apartments already, or you could like glimpse it through the curtains or see it from afar already. Look, there's a Christmas tree up there, or there's one here. And for me it was like, yeah, let's find some more Christmas trees that are lit up. And it was really, really fun with my grandmother, and for her it was of course like, oh my god, let's get this time over. But I mean, no, she had fun too. We both had a good time doing it. So what we would do is take a little detour and slowly walk towards our home. So by the time now we reached, the living room was closed. The door was closed, everything was closed. And that was my sign. Ooh, something is happening in there. So we would sit down a bit still in the next room to the living room and talk. And then of course as a child you're so nervous. I want you to start now and happen now. So finally the sign that the well, it was basically sitting there and waiting if the Christ child had come and left the gifts. So the sign that it had come would be that a little bell would ring, ding, 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 ding. And whenever I heard that, I jumped up. Yeah, we can go in, we can go in. So then my mother would snuck out the back of the living room and join us, and then we would go in. And believe you me, it was always beautiful, because she, not only the tree was lit, and we used real candles at the time, and it was beautifully decorated. And then what my family did have over years and years, they did kind of collect were these little figurines made from wood, angels, a lot of angels that were playing instruments, like a whole orchestra of angels. And my mother would set it up on a dresser, basically in the living room, and have candles all around that as well. So I mean, and more candles on the windowsill, on other places. So this whole place would be lit with live candle, no artificial light whatsoever. So you can imagine, you come in that room and it is sparkling and so pretty, you know, and as a child, of course, you are in awe completely, you know. But then the hard part came, you know, because I had to perform. I had to either sing something or play my flute when I learned the flute, and for me it was like, no, I don't want that, I want my gifts, you know. But I had to perform, you know.
So you had to perform before you could open the gifts?
Yes, definitely. I mean, that was a, hey, you better earn your gifts, you know, you can't just come in and open them. So basically I did what I had to do all the time, very impatient to finally get to my main part of it. And then of course the gifts opening would happen and stuff, and I have to say my family was never wealthy or rich, so of course, and my younger years were like not too long after World War II was finished. So basically gifts them time were limited. But no matter, you know, as a child, of course, all you want is unwrap and find something in there, and then it was wonderful always, and of course my grandmother and mother would exchange gifts as well, and it was very festive, although it was only the three of us. So after that we would eat a bit and practically watch the candles on the tree burn down slowly, which took about, all in all, it would take about 2 hours, you know. But the atmosphere in that room was always so special, and I remember that up to this day. So that was my childhood Christmas. Then when I was an adult and had my own children, when Yosha and Nikki were born, of course we continued with the tradition, and what happened then, wherever we lived, we would invite my mother to come and I would do the same thing. Bake cookies at a certain time before, do the cake at a certain time before. The Christmas tree would only go up on the 24th, and the exact same replica of my childhood Christmas my sons at that time would live. Now, in 1983, when my sons were 2 and 4 years old, we came to Jamaica. and had our first Christmases in Jamaica. Now, honestly, for me, with the warmth and the heat and the sunshine and the climate, I never felt like Christmas. It was like, oh my God, this is going to be tough. Plus, where to get a Christmas tree? It was the hardest part too, because you don't find our traditional, how you call it, pine trees in Jamaica so much. You know, barely have pine tree here. So for us, for me, it was like almost an ordeal to deal with Christmas. And then again, cookies. Of course, the tradition had to continue. Baking cookies. Now please, you bake butter cookies with 30 degrees Celsius outside. Then the dough is melting under your hands before you even again take out the forms that you have and do what you have. And so I had to constantly only use very small parts of the dough, do what I do quick, put it in the oven, put the rest of the dough back in the fridge, take it back out and go work quick again, put it back in the fridge because it got too warm and too hot. So for me it was like, oh, this is really rough. But I still continued to keep up with that tradition because for my children it was very important. They insisted actually. The older they got, the more they insisted. And then of course Mayumi was born, and then in the end Melody was born. So all those years we held on to those traditions. But no, the Christmas tree problem. What we started to do basically, one year we had like a bamboo or several bamboo kind of put together, like they almost look like a tree then, and put some ornaments on it and stuff. Seeing that it was bamboo, of course we could not use any real candles. I always loved my real candles, but at that point in time it was too dangerous. So we just started with the electric lights as well. And one year when my children were bigger already, my sons would go over to Navy Island on a boat and they would chop this and chop that and chop that and come back, and then we would kind of construct ourselves this Christmas trees from different branches and tree things. But I mean, to say it was beautiful. I think you remember that part still, don't it?
Yeah, I think
but
so,
you were
yeah.
pretty small still on the houseboat, but I think you remember a bit still, because everybody was impressed. And what we did as well, at the time we had the marina, we did the same thing within the marina and constructed another Christmas tree for our guests and for the sailors and everybody. So everybody was like, whoa, that looks pretty.
You can't just say that.
So basically that was our Christmas in Jamaica. Now later on, as of 2008, I always was on a Christmas market in Germany. So basically all those years, from 2008 to COVID time now, I would never be in Jamaica for Christmas. So back to the German tradition in Germany for those years, and Mayumi was here basically by herself, all by herself, and having her Christmas all by herself, which was kind of sad. Now, this year and last year we had our first family Christmases together again in Jamaica. Same tradition, cookies. Well, we didn't. This year we have a cake, the one with grandma. My grandma baked, but normally I don't do the cake anymore, just the cookies. So we are very much looking forward to this year's Christmas and having the family here. Brenda, your turn. How was your childhood Christmas?
Well, my childhood Christmas as a young girl was so nice. I have enjoyed everything. We went to church, and my parents and my father and my mother and my grandmother, all of us grew together.
Mm-hmm.
And we never one day can go to a party. We can't go to show. We can go nowhere. We grew up so strict.
Okay.
I remember those times we can't even wear a cutout dress.
Wow.
Our parents were so strict, mother and father. Sometimes when you're at home and this one will curse a bad word, the other one by time him don't tell mama. By time the day to run out. he cursed another word, so nobody can complain. It was so nice. We can walk out at night, but now we cannot do it. We cannot even stand up at our gates. In my childhood days, things used to be so nice. I remember all in Christmas, I work my own money. I don't have to ask my mother for no money. And at Christmas, we always go to a place they call picnic, where they made it go round, and you go on it go round, and you swing, spin it around.
Okay.
It was so nice, and we'd go to make up a little table and throw dice, and we always have my little money, mommy gamble.
You
Yes.
gamble?
Yes.
You were allowed to gamble?
Yes, man, you throw your little loogie and you catch your money and you gamble, and when you gamble,
What?
as soon as I win, they can't get it back. I stop.
You stop playing
Stop
immediately.
playing.
That's smart, you know,
Yes,
before you can
because
lose it back.
I like to have my own things. I was young, but I used to be independent, because any little thing I do, I to have my own money to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
When Christmas comes, I can go and buy whatever I want. I used to be so independent, and growing up in my childhood, coming up to big person now, I'm able to have my children, and it's the same tradition with them. I grow them up in a way that we go to church, we don't go to parties, we don't go to show, we just grow up special. Our parents were so strict, even my father.
So it's like when we mainly spend the time at home
At
for
home,
Christmas.
yes, and
Okay.
when
But
Christmas.
would you get gifts? Them
No,
time?
sir, no, sir, no,
They
sir.
wouldn't. That was
They
not really
always
the thing
cook,
here.
They always cook and
Yeah.
give next door people, or my parents will send it to his brother.
Yeah.
Yes, and they send to us, right? And when Christmas time, they would come and everybody sit down and talk talk about Duppy and all that.
Duppy.
Yes, so it was so nice in our young days, and coming up now, having the children, you know, the same tradition. We go to church. I grew up my children going to church. I don't grow them up going to party and dance and all those things.
Yeah.
So that's what.
So what is a traditional Christmas
Well,
food?
oh my
basically?
God, we used to cook a lot of rice and peas, and when they cook the rice and peas, we'll send it to his brother, and the brother sent to us, and so all of us
Yeah,
live
but
as
what
family.
else? What you have, like goat or chicken, or what would you
Chicken,
cook?
mutton, pork, all type
Okay.
of food.
And
to
any
cook.
well, and
And we
Christmas
bake,
cake, I
and
guess,
we
right?
bake. My parents never used to bake, but they showed us to bake pudding, potato pudding,
Okay.
cassava pudding, and cornmeal pudding, and
Okay.
those things. But my parents never used to bake.
Oh, so they only never used to have like the fruit cake.
No, we never used to
Okay.
have those things.
So is there a traditional Christmas
That is
drink?
our-
as
Yes,
well?
we mix our drinks, normal drinks, make your drinks and your drink.
And your sorrel?
alcohol-
You use sorrel as well?
Sorrel, yeah, man,
Yeah,
from
because
that
sorrel
time.
in Jamaica
But
is
it's
a-
not like this sorrel now, you know. Our sorrel used to slide to red. It never red like how this red now.
Oh.
Our sorrel used to slide to red.
Yeah.
But now when you go to the market with
The
these
red,
things,
dark
red one. If you
And
go
the
in
blue is well red too.
if you go now and you have the little funny one in our times, you hardly get it sell. Some people who know about it will buy it, but not this generation. But they don't
Okay,
know
I
about
never even knew that part.
it. Yeah, man, yeah.
Wow.
They used to have it. Because
So you would
even-
put rum in it though still?
yes, man, rum,
Uh-huh.
our little wine. And they used to have the retail wine where you can buy in a bottle.
Mhm.
Right. So you buy it and you
Yeah.
throw it nice. When you set up a sorrel, my God, man, you'd have drink half up to a bottle. A
So
sorrel used to
remember last
nice.
year I showed how to make the sorrel, and it's a real traditional Christmas drink
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Jamaica, because
Right.
sorrel mostly ripe around December time.
Yes.
The rest of
sorrel
the
is
year
so nice.
they didn't have so much sorrel, so that would be the Christmas drink.
Sorrel is very nice.
Yeah, it is.
I have enjoyed it, and every Christmas, right now I buy 4 pounds and I have it down. And I want to
Soon
make
ready to make
soon
it.
ready.
All right.
I'm going to make it about Friday night.
Oh.
All right, and drain it, strain it off Saturday, and sweeten it and put it on the fridge.
Okay.
It's so nice to enjoy at Christmas.
Oh yeah.
and your nice flushy dinner. Yes, you
So-
eat and you go back and you eat.
Yeah.
Yes, man,
Well, I
Christmas-
mean, it's a big family thing here, you know, and what I
Yes.
like too, you are, like Brenda was mentioning, you have your neighbors involved as well, you know,
Yes,
somebody
yeah.
give this, somebody give
Yes.
that, everybody
They exchange food. Exchange food.
I love that
And
tradition.
in Christmas evening, they all meet and they sit and talk. Yes, in our
But
time.
why
Christmas-
donkey stories? Is that tradition as well?
Yes, man, they sit
Okay.
and talk, and we see when they sit and talk, you see when you go in the house, now go light the lamp, you see God set it up here and the bed, go pull your foot. They say it was a joke sometimes, God.
So nobody want to go in the
No,
house.
you didn't want to wash your foot when night. You gone on your bed, but as daylight you have to get up because Papa come see your foot. Jesus, God didn't beat you so too. Me say it why. Sometimes the house dark because you're afraid to go in the people like the lamp. Because you swear blind set it up here under the bed. Oh my God. Oh God, boy, me I tell you say. But the light now, get them off of the street and you know, put them in a bush. So but duck is still there.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, but our Christmas was so nice, enjoyable. Yeah. Sometimes my bigger brother, he died now. He might go in on the street a little time and we said to Papa, Papa, we can go with brother. He said yes. And when we go with the brother, we stand up and watch him in the dance with all two women, one up front, one up back. But nobody, they used to hold nobody together and dance. You just stand up and you dance. And one other one jump in and the middle and take with the woman from you, you jump up. That is way. It was so nice, you know. Very nice, man, me tell you about. Everything
things
just
change,
turn, things change.
Yeah, I know, but
No,
you
we're
see,
afraid
that's
to walk,
it's
you can't
mostly
walk.
about gifts here too. Because I hear that people start to buy a whole heap of this and buy a whole heap of that.
Yes, people always buy that, but our parents never that type
No,
of person.
but I
We
think that
always
time
did.
people not even have that much money neither, you know.
Things used to so cheap, you know. Things used so cheap, you don't have to spend a whole bag of money if you buy a whole heap of things.
Yeah.
When you go to the shop with all £1, oh my God, you buy all type of things. Things were so nice in our times.
Plus, you would have your own animals to kill, I guess.
Oh
you know,
my
you would
God,
kill
man,
a goat
father
here,
kill a
and some
goat,
chicken there,
Then
some
we kill
one pig
fowl,
here.
then we kill pig on it, corn it and all sort of things. And then we make the little, call it green over the fire and hang up the tripe on it and everything on it. The heat, the melty and all those things. Sometimes we go in and we cut off a little piece and we put it in the fire and roast it. You will hear Papa, who they roast meat? Yeah, here, you know. Nobody not roasting meat, sir, as if fat drop off in the fire.
What are you saying? Smelly long time.
Smelly long time. But you have to just make a little excuse to say,
So
no
you can
sir,
get
and
them
this
little-
fatness drop in the fire. Sometimes when we go to school and when we come home, the dinner not ready yet. It cause a lot of bad bird, but it can't come out. Because what? If we ever utter it out of our mouth, the mouth mash up.
When
But
we say it in our
We
head.
say it in our head. And sometimes we go in the pot and we take out another dumpling and we wrap up in the clothes in the burnable. We go a river far from water. And we wrap up the dumpling, the bun, we go to after the beer, the bun, and sometimes we hold in the food. And when we go down, when we reach past them now, we eat the dumpling just because we hungry, come from river, come from school, nothing to eat. We have to go a river and come back. So by the time we come back, sometimes when we come in from school and when we look and say, it's smoky young, we say, "Chop," because one bottle of the food already. The fire all the smoke they go playing, we say, young.
Because them did have outdoor
Because,
kitchen and
yes,
cook on
yes,
wood
they
and
have
stuff,
things,
coal.
They
and-
have things doing. Tell me when wood fire, we don't have the bun coal pot, we don't have no coal pot.
Yeah.
And in that time and now you saw the iron where you put coal in and iron your clothes and you saw iron your clothes so nice. Things were so nice. Every Christmas you go to church, every Sunday you go to church. We grew up go to church. We never grew up as no out and out child.
So like how nowadays like the 24th is like Grand Market night.
Grandma, yes
When
man.
did you
we
have
go
that
out.
back then? Same
Yes,
way?
yes man, we
Okay.
can go out. That time thing you walk much mile to 1.5 mile and you go anywhere you wanted to go. And when you go, you walk, come back. Nobody licking you down. Nobody hide and lick you. Nobody fight. Everybody just enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
It was such a nice thing. But no,
Peaceful.
peaceful. Nobody. The only thing we hear people cause trace.
Oh,
But
yeah.
no kill, no murder, no, but that's all they're not doing. Everybody live in unity and peace. But now, different thing, different times. Things
So
change.
when they used to have like Christmas tree,
No dear.
when they never used to set up
no,
a Christmas
and
tree.
we could never take a light where you see people light up place and hang up when we were a picnic. And unto that time, in our childhood days now, little older, we going to church. Pastor tell you do not put anything and no graven image you must not put in your house. No graven image you must put on your wall and all those things.
Oh.
And we couldn't light no light and hang up out on veranda and something, and the same tradition same way. See,
Oh.
Christmas they come, I don't, if last year I buy a curtain, I buy not a thing this year. You can buy mat for the kitchen. Things is so...
But mommy was telling me that the other day, say it's a tradition, say around Christmas time when I always like buy new set of curtains.
Yeah, man.
But why?
Sometimes, you know, you're going to the place. Sometimes you don't really going if you buy, you know, but you're going on your seat and they look nice and you walk with your money. You just buy
Oh.
and you buy the sheet for match the curtain. Yes. Because
Okay.
me not do not like that.
Come and see for the Christmas time they like
Every
whole
year
heap of
people
people-
buy it. No dear, no.
whole heap of people sell
I buy
curtains.
what I want. I buy what I want. You know, buy what I need. Buy what I want. Yes. Me no waste money, no miss. No, sir. I waste money at all. Me no waste money, me darling. Just people buy this and buy. What me do with clothes? You mad man. Me have clothes.
So, but for like grand market, when you dress up,
Yeah,
put
man.
on
The
the
new
best clothes and
new
things.
clothes and in our childhood stage. You know. But me big now, me not think about that something. In my young stage, you put your shoes and you put your dress and your ribbon in your head and you can walk and come back. And when you hear it catch 5:30, 6 o'clock at the time you come back at morning time.
Wow.
You go in at night
Yeah,
and then you come back in the
Spend
morning.
the
So
night
when
basically.
In the
Right.
morning.
Yes,
5
with
o'clock,
your
6
brother.
o'clock in the
Yes,
morning.
sometimes I did the light to go to carry up.
Wow.
You see, when they come on to in the new year now too, we go down to the church and then march and then rock their head. We love watching that jam pencil in their head and then rock and carry all sorts of antics in the road. Yes, and then there's something and knock drum and then something there. Much mile, we don't walk out 3-4 miles, nobody troubling you, nobody.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was so nice. Yeah, man.
So-
I'll watch night. My God, man. Watch night, you march from this church, go home to district and march, come back. Man, it was so nice. Yes, you come on to watch night.
So if one of these stay out so long grand market night, when you not got church early in next morning to when you don't get
But
to
they go
sleep.
sleep probably. They just go
If
straight
you
to
reach around
church.
5, 6 o'clock.
We have to
in
go
the
to church. We
what
have to
time
go
when
to
you go
church.
church?
In the morning.
Around 8
Sometime-
o'clock?
Yes.
So when you not
sometimes,
sleep?
you know, sometimes when you go to church and come back to sleep. But you have to
Oh,
go to
yeah.
church. That is our parents. You have to go to Sunday
Yeah,
school.
no matter what you do before,
care what you do,
better
you
go
have
to
to
church.
go. But when few bigger brother go a party, him a party man, you know, he got 2 women, 2 cousins. To my brother names, you know. 2 cousins, and we clap and we watch them. All when the boy they want if he dance, no, we don't have a dance, we turn up the look. For a long time, me no want nobody hold me and go hold up me and they wrap me up. From them time that I don't do those things. Right now, man say me shy. That I can't even tell you, I can't even explain myself. Me shy, you know. Oh Jesus, you don't know. The way me see people work back with all them body, I don't know how to manage it. No, sir. Right, me shy, me I tell you, man, me shy body. Yeah.
So around what age you stop go party?
Young girl, man, about, let me have me. You see, in the 60s, in the 60s now, I baptized as a young girl and still grew up in the church and he married me at 23. My church brother married me at 23. So that same tradition, it's there. And that same way I grew up with children then.
Okay.
They don't grow up, going to see me, they go and dance.
But nowadays, your
Shows.
children, what them doing nowadays?
Everything. Everything. You see, I'm my grandson. My grandson did love church until sometime. I mean, I go church. He put on his clothes and he said, Grandma, give me my fear, and he gone at church. No,
That's nice.
no, no, you can't tell him about church.
No, you can't.
Because since same phone they come in,
Eh,
you better me. Since same phone they come in, darling.
Different times.
Different time. That
Yeah.
boy used to go to school and him.
How old is he now?
20.
Okay.
Him bright. How much subject they give to them. I do him thinking good on the school because he went pass. Find a very day they know him was in go back. Yeah.
Okay.
So me tell you say, me grew up my children them to go to church. I don't grow them out and out. My parents grew me up going to church.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing what I know my parents used to do is smoke. Especially my father. When Sunday daytime come, he buy sweet to put in my mouth to take out his
Wine, cigarettes.
tobacco and pipe.
Mm-hmm.
So how you go do Christmas this year for yourself? What is
I
going
will be
on?
here, you know.
Oh,
I
you
will
will?
be here for the Christmas.
Okay, okay. So
First, me have to work, so I'm cooking chicken, what is up the name? Swims
Mm-hmm.
for them and make sorrel.
okay.
Cook down here and call
Just
daughter to
enjoy the
come to me
food, enjoy
and
yourself.
bring it up to them.
Okay,
so I
wonderful.
don't really know what Mr. David do, but me know what me they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try going in town now and get 2 chicken and buy some swims
Mm-hmm.
and cook them up the Friday. The Friday after Christmas,
Mhm.
I'll be going home.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just cook and I tell them so when they come they must buy a little file pan and
Mm-hmm.
come and make put the
Okay.
food and make it.
So you have a
Otherwise-
working Christmas this year.
I'm working this year.
Okay. Anyhow, I
That
think
is-
that was it for us. For our
That is
Christmas
my-
story
that
this
is my
year.
Christmas.
Yep.
And I've enjoyed it and I'm going to enjoy this one too.
Yes.
Of
definitely.
course, of course, no matter where you are,
Yes,
you're supposed
I'm
to
going to
enjoy your
enjoy it
Christmas, for
very
sure.
much. I give the Lord thanks that I'm alive
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
True.
well. I feel a little arthritis pain sometimes, but otherwise I'm good to go.
Yes.
Alright, that is a
Definitely.
good
And I'm
finishing
blessed.
word.
Yes.
Alright guys, so this is it for today's video. So as you can see, you know, quite different experiences.
Completely different.
Completely different, you know, from mommy's traditional German to, you know, Brenda's traditional Jamaican, but a lot of similarities as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out this video today. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.
Yes, sir, I'm coming.
And I will see you in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.